Hello, and welcome back to a Fishy Plant Man plant production with me, Fishy Plant Man, as your host. Okay, I'm shooting the 55 first because I want to talk about the Monstera. But first, the most exciting thing of today. One of the suns, also affectionately known as a light bulb, but it counts as one of the suns because I used to. It's kind of changed over to a different introduction, but I used to talk about Welcome to the Land of the Seven Suns. Yeah. And one of those suns, like I said, also known as a light bulb, supernovaed on me today. It's already replaced, actually, with a bigger one, in part because the Monstera might appreciate it, but mostly it was the first light bulb I found, let's be honest. But yeah, it was quite the production replacing the sun. Now, I know you're probably thinking, what? You find a light bulb, maybe a step stool, worst case scenario, a actual ladder, and you change the bulb. Yeah, well, no, I don't need a step stool or a ladder, but I do need the light bulb changing kit. Because while it's not the highest light bulb in this room, yeah, you would need a large step stool or a ladder. The one that comes to mind, if it is big enough. I seen the same one on Roger's channel. I won't say the actual channel name because there's no need. There's a couple of channels with, a Roger. But if that's enough of a clue, so be it. I seen a step stool on his channel. I think he called it a ladder. But, that's across the pond in the UK. I guess there's another clue. So it might have just been how he talks. I don't know if he considers it a ladder or a step stool technically, but I seem to recall him calling it a ladder when it was in the video. Anyway, yeah. That may or may not be tall enough. I don't know. I didn't drag it in here because, like I say, I've got a light changing kit. But in order to use the light changing kit, I had to take the dusting head off and put a head on to take out the light. And I thought, well, that'll be good enough, take that off, take that out, put in the new one. Nope. Even though I got a head for a large light, like I said, the light that went back was bigger. So I had to change out the head a second time and put the suction cup on for the biggest light bulbs. So I did that, and I got the light bulb installed. And then when I pulled the pole back, the suction cup stayed on the light bulb. So I had to fiddle around for a moment, press the pole back onto the suction cup, and slide it off the side of the light bulb. Now, all of that's not, a huge thing, and it might have taken 5 minutes to change the light bulb, but it was certainly more than I planned on when I thought, okay, I need to change the light bulb. So, yeah, it's all done. A sun supernovaed, but there's a new, bigger sun in its place. Little bit of drama there, but no big deal. Okay, like I said, I do appreciate that it's a bigger bulb because maybe it'll put out a little more light for the Monstera. Because when I first got it, it had this leaf with one fenestration and a baby leaf which had fenestrations, perforations. It had all kinds of character in the leaf. But that leaf didn't make it. I got, after that, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 or 7 leaves that had reverted back. Yeah, to that. Just a leaf. Here's another one I can get a full shot of. Just a leaf. And then I put up, it's on. So let's go this way so you don't get the blaring light. I put that up. Like I said, it's on. And whether that light did it or not, we got this leaf. Oops, the other one creeped in already. We got this leaf. And then, I think I filmed it all curled up. It didn't look, I apologize, it didn't look like it was going to do anything. But when it opened all the way, this side was on top. This side was curled up under it. It went from 1 to 2. Now that has nothing to do with the new sun because it wasn't installed yet. If anything, hang on, there might be a little bit of a jump here, but I really got a cough. Okay. Yeah. If anything, it was that light fixture that I installed. I do wonder if it's just coincidence and I just happened to install the light at the right time. I don't know. But I'm not taking it down despite what it's doing to the other Monstera. That is just a few examples. But those are older leaves. It's got newer leaves, like this one, which seem to have adjusted just fine. So yeah, the old leaves are ugly, but they are what they are. And the Monstera is still progressing. I suspect that leaf will grow. This leaf is clearly bigger, but I suspect that this will grow even though it's unfurled. I suspect the leaf itself will grow some as it darkens. You can see it's a young light leaf, but it's progressing. And the other Monstera isn't getting any worse. So that's good. Now, for the other plant that I had wrestled. Another pause. Okay, there is a bunch of salt creep on this tank. A lot of it might be calcium, but it's creep nonetheless. And as you can see, the salt, the extra salt is, you may know from trying to get ick off the angelfish. I've succeeded with that, but I have not got all this creep cleaned up. Part of it's because it just kept coming back and I quit fighting it. But there's enough that when I put this plant on its journey back, a couple of the leaves didn't like it. I'm not sure what's going on with the tip here. It's complained, but it'll figure it out, or it should figure it out. Time will tell. Okay, since I'm over here, I'll move some paperwork and stuff around and show you the fish. They're doing good. And here we are, the fish. Now, this tank might be a little bit loud. The water line is down a bit further than normal. That's not laziness. Not this time anyway. Is what happened is I noticed today that the water board was out playing with the fire hydrants. I do not top off these tanks, do water changes or anything when they've been playing with the fire hydrants in the last 24 hours. Sometimes they flush chlorine through the lines. You know, you're never quite sure what they've done. So I let it go for a day or two, and then I'll come back and do anything I need to with the fish tanks. But as they've been playing with those hydrants and I don't know what they did, I'm giving it some time. Yep. The water's just going to have to be a little bit low in the tanks for a little bit. It happened on water change day this time. But they're doing good. With the exception of the other Tetra, first the one disappeared. Now the second one's disappeared. I suspect that they weren't killed. They had just gotten cleaned up by the cleanup crew when they passed. And I never found them. But I noticed in about a 24-hour period that the other one has gone missing. And I haven't seen him since, so I don't think I'm going to. I think I lost the other one. So, there's that. But life happens. Well, sometimes life ceases to happen, I guess. Alright. With that, I'll let you go. Sorry to end it on a sad note, but I'll let you go and talk to you next time.